Hello, my friends. For today's reading, I asked who was I reading for today, and I got 3 cards. So I'm doing 3 separate readings. The lizard is for the first group. So, lizard people. Of course, I don't really believe you're lizard people, but let's see what the lizard has to say about you. The lizard is a creature of the fire element, first of all. So it's generally a lot of passion, possibly a little overreactive. Here we go. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory perception. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will drain a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights in big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, and spiritual. When out of balance, elusive, non-committal, flaky. To bring into balance, a creative project. So it seems you are the sensitive artist type. Not only artistic, but also telepathic and spiritual. Okay, that sounds like a soul connection person. What else do you need to know? It says you need to pull back, which sounds a lot like hermit energy. Let's see. Let's go with the field for you. This is the field tarot. It's a nice dreamy kind of deck. So perhaps you need to pay attention to your dreams. What else do these artistic, sensitive, telepathic, and spiritual lizards need to know? Oh. You are being called to awaken, to be reborn, to give more time and attention to the spiritual sides of your life. And I am definitely getting soul connection vibes with this, the mirroring of the swan. So a mirror connection, you and your soul connection, the person on your mind, are most likely mirroring each other. So going through similar things, learning to love yourself, to take care of yourself, nourish yourself. And here we have the 9 of discs in reverse. That's interesting. So the 9 of discs in reverse, or 9 of discs is, and the upright, is a card of, it's sort of a lesser hermit. So it's definitely a time to be alone and a time to work on yourself. So kind of reinforcing that Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups also speaks of having an open heart, or keeping your heart space open, even though you may have experienced a lot of heartbreak and it may feel pretty tender. And in this society, if you speak English, you are probably in a society that is very, very capitalistic and encourages us to be cold. As a way of, we're supposed to be cold and unfeeling because logic and reason and intellectualism are the best way forward, when really we need a balance. Okay. And you have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, so perhaps that's confirming that that aspect of you is out of balance. That you are not listening to your feelings, or You aren't retreating from you are seeking out ways to distract yourself rather than ways to go within and do the work that you need to do. Also, you need to recognize what you've accomplished. So perhaps you are lacking self-appreciation more than anything else. Let's see. Nothing yet. Hang on. Oh, here we go. We have a Queen of Wands, or no, Queen of Cups, sorry. Queen of Cups in reverse. And 6 of Pentacles in reverse. All right. So you are connected to somebody. I'm not saying it's a soul connection, although it could very well be, because if you think of soul, it depends on how you define soul connections. If we're talking about the romantic kind, that's one thing, and this may be a romantic kind, but it may be also that you are connected to somebody in just that you have a soul connection and that you have a contract of some sort. So it could be a parent, could be a romantic partner, but it's not working out well because there's a lack of reciprocity. And someone is not listening to their intuition. So the Queen of Cups is very, in the upright, is very in touch with her emotions. Their emotions, is emotionally intelligent and very nurturing, very intuitive, compassionate. But in reverse, we have someone who is, oversensitive. Their feelings are always getting hurt, so you always have to walk on eggshells around them. They're emotionally manipulative. They're not nurturing. They can be selfish, envious. They may gossip a lot. And they may have a sense of paranoia, because they are the center of the universe in their world. We all are. But they take it to an unhealthy extreme. And if you fail to also take it to the extreme that they think you should, which is probably inevitable, then you get very offended. Yeah, we've got the Devil. This person is not a good influence on you. So the Devil represents bad habits, vices, addictions, and also illusions, feelings of being bound. Perhaps you are married to this person and you feel like you can't get out of it. Or perhaps it's a family member that, you feel like you can't get out of it because they're family, so you can't stop being family. But this is a reminder that however bound you think you are, you can in reality change the situation. You only have control over yourself, so if this person decides that they don't want anything to do with you because you've changed, that's not your responsibility. Now we have the Fortune. So change is inevitable in this situation. And also we now have the Lovers coming out, which I find to be very interesting given what's gone on in this reading so far. I'm not sure that's really necessary, but just in case, I don't want to offend YouTube. All right, so If, on the other hand, this person is your soul connection, they are very unhealed. And there's nothing you can do about that except heal yourself. That is the best course of action for you. Because you are the only person you have control over. If this person has damaged your heart, and you did have the Ace of Cups come out, so perhaps your heart chakra is feeling very beat up and you do not want to be open there. But let's take a look at what the Heart Healing Oracle has to say. Alright, so I think I said, this is, so you have the Lovers and the Devil, so most likely this is a soul connection, as well as there will be change, because change is inevitable. And you just have to wait. The other thing about this is divine timing. So there is nothing that you can do about them or for them except take care of yourself. And right now, you're looking for perhaps more specific advice on healing your heart. Let's see what we have. Daring Heart, number 28. If that has meaning for you. Let's see. Where'd my book go? Here it is. Okay. 28. Daring Heart. Learn to lead from wisdom. Dear heart, I love your daring nature and willingness to explore beyond the norm. You have a tendency to push the limits of love and fate, and your desire to live every moment to the fullest is exhilarating. Your valor and leadership qualities are going to be greatly necessary in the imminent future. It is important that you give yourself time to relax, to strengthen and recover as you are about to enter a battlefield. You will be required to lead from wisdom instead of pure emotion or passion. All the skills you have learned in the past now need to be refined in order to be utilized in the most effective manner. Remember, we had the Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Stones. That was in reverse. You haven't been refining your skills. And here it is, warning you, you need to refine your skills. All the skills you have learned in the past now need to be refined in order to be utilized in the most effective manner. You are a sage in the making, so if you slow down and listen to your intuition in what is about to ensue, the results will be rewarding. But if you ignore your insight, then disaster will arise. So pay attention to your intuition. Heart healing. The time has come to do something daring while still listening to the wisdom of your heart. What project have you been itching to start or become a part of? What have you been holding back on and allowing your fear to rule? Is there something you need to express to someone? Is there a discovery trip you need to go on? Is there something you need to give up that no longer serves you? Whatever it is, find the inner courage within you to start thriving. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty straightforward. It's all about refining your skills, listening to your intuition, and taking care of yourself. I wish you all the best. Good luck.